Good morning, Chargers.
Welcome to today's video announcements. I'm Sebastian Tadako.
And I'm McCartney Hefner. If you didn't already know, the choir teacher Miss Garrick recently took a new position at ASU.
I interviewed some students from Clintock's Choir 4, Chanticleers, to see how this year is going. Here's the story. With Mrs. Garrick joining ASU, things are bound to be different in the choir program.
Obviously, we're missing Miss Garrick, our choir teacher, who's been here for a long while, and right now we have a substitute, and we're hoping to get a permanent teacher relatively soon. But all in all, we're still learning music, and we're still keeping a lot of the traditions we've held in the past years.
But even though they do not have a teacher, many students step up to be leaders in the classroom.
Everyone in Chanticleers has taken some kind of role with helping in all the other classes they're in, just like helping with warm-ups, actually helping through the sheet music too. A lot of people have taken on those roles. Not only Chanticleers, but a lot of other people are feeling confident enough to step up in their own choirs too.
In their time with the sub, Mr. Chilton, here's what they accomplished.
So we've actually gotten into some sheet music, which is good because we're making a lot of progress. We finished one of our songs for Chanticleers, and we're making a lot of progress in one of the other choirs, a cappella, and I know the other two choirs are doing really well too.
It looks like choir is doing well this year. It's not easy for students to adapt as much as these students have. And that's what it means to be a Charger. I'm Sebastian Tadako for CTP News.
Hi Chargers, happy Wednesday. I'm going to be reporting the weather for this week. As we know, it's going to be very, very hot. Here in the valley, we have a predicted high of 105 degrees and a predicted low of 76 degrees with mostly clear skies and winds of 7 to 10 miles per hour. Make sure to stay hydrated and keep cool and have a great rest of your week, Chargers.
Do you remember the Fish Club from last year?
Yeah, Isaiah made a segment about it. Here it is.
Last year in Fish Club, we set up a beautiful planted tank. This year, we're taking it up a notch. We have a 120-gallon aquarium that we plan to scape, plant, and stock throughout the year. Here's Manny Lee with a little more about what the club has planned.
So here at Fish Club, we're trying to educate people on more sustainable and more humane methods of keeping animals. And we're also trying to set up our own aquariums here on campus. Mainly, we've been planning for the big 125-gallon aquarium that is coming up. Currently, we're planning on doing a natural style aquarium, so we're going to be collecting the materials, planning a more concrete layout, and then planning the stocking that is going to be going into this tank after school, actually on Tuesday. So for the first semester, our plan is basically just to get the 120-gallon set up and established. Ideally, by second semester, we have a small idea to perhaps help other teachers who might be interested in potentially setting up their own class aquariums with a better, easier method for long-term maintenance and stability in their class aquariums. But that's our current plan for right now.
Fish Club meets every Tuesday right after school. For more information about club meeting times and what we're up to, email Manny Lee so you can get access to the group chat.
Warning for parents tonight after a man in Fresno was caught trying to lure who he believed was a 13-year-old girl.
Innocence stolen.
That's my mission. It's to stop headlines. I don't want to see these kids get victimized anymore.
Alright Chargers, I'm sure you're tired of hearing about online safety, but it's really important to be aware of where and what you are doing when you're on the internet. Online safety encompasses various risks, including cyberbullying, privacy breaches, misinformation, exposure to inappropriate content, and the scariest of them all, online predators. It is recommended that you get background of who you are interacting with. Be careful with what you post and what you visit/search. Be safe on the internet. If you feel like you or someone you know has fallen victim to any of these listed risks, contact a trusted adult and, if necessary, law enforcement.
I wonder how people are liking their classes so far.
Yeah, Caroline went around campus to discuss that very topic.
It's been about 3 weeks. Let's see what the favorite classes are so far.
Our favorite class is probably yearbooks because it teaches us a lot about photography.
Hi, my name is Ariana. I'm a senior, and my favorite class is weights because I have a big hype with my friends and we live that.
My favorite class is EVIT. I do medical assistant, and I like it because I'm learning to write.
My favorite class is EVIT, and I do interior designing.
Hi, my name is Ms. Keegan. I teach freshman English and honors freshman English. So I took over our creative writing club when Mrs. Love, our previous librarian, moved to Mountain Point, and I really was interested in being part of the club because I love creative writing, but I also love seeing how students grow and what different approaches they have to it, and seeing just how they can kind of collaborate with each other. Creative Writing Club often starts with a little writing challenge where students have a prompt that they spend, a timer, kind of attacking either individually or as a part of a larger project they work on. And then when the timer's up, people kind of talk about how it went and then ask for advice sometimes about what they think their club members want to do with their ongoing projects. So Creative Writing Club is going to meet on Thursdays this year after school, starting at 2:30. So come down to 212 if you are interested. I would love to see you join or even just stop by to see what it's like.
Have you seen the new Superman movie?
No, I haven't, but I know Ramon did. Here's his review.
Just 1 month ago, James Gunn's wildly popular DCU film Superman was released in theaters. How many A's are in that again? 1 A! Starring David Corenswet as the Man of Steel and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, the biggest hater in the multiverse.
I don't know what dog you're talking about. Ugly dog and a king. What did you say?
This film presents the controversial message of, wait, let me check my notes. Being kind? Yes, this movie has received a surprising amount of backlash for its not-so-subtle political undertones. However, I find its decision to actually take a stance on real-world issues very refreshing for a superhero movie. As expected of Gunn, these characters are a blast to watch, especially Mr. Terrific. He is the best character in the entire movie. I would have rated this movie a 7 out of 10 for a couple bad VFX shots, but the sheer happiness and warmth I felt while watching it, seriously I cried twice, brings it up to a 9 for me. James Gunn's Superman is a much needed reminder of the goodness within all of us, and the beauty of love, hope, and humanity. We are all capable of kindness, and that's the real punk rock.
Senior Sunrise is coming up on August 29th. Show up at 5:20 a.m. to the football field, also known as Jim Lyon Stadium. Wear white if you feel like committing. Snacks will be provided.
That is all we have for you today, Chargers.
Make sure to have your IDs on you and to get to class on time.
Charting forward with purpose, excellence, and tradition.